Hello, Joe. How you doing this morning? Juventus had some great chances to score here in this match. I had 1-1 was my predicted score line. It is 1-0 Milan right now. Hopefully Juventus can salvage a result here. That's no guarantee. I'm very surprised. Most people in the poll predicted Juventus to win the match. Serie A is not a farmers league. When you have four different winners in the past four seasons, Juventus, Inter, Milan, Napoli, this is a league to be reckoned with. When you don't have a Barcelona scoring 18 goals and allowing one goal, that is a farmers league, folks. That is the reality. Is La Liga is closer to being a farmers league than Serie A this year. Put some respect to the name of Calcio in the 90s, and I think we're seeing a comeback right here in the 20s. Atalanta's having a great year so far. Milan is not exactly the front runner for the Scudetto. Napoli came out of nowhere with Raspadori and Simone, and they got rid of a lot of guys. Koulibaly, Fabian Ruiz, Insigne, Ospina. Put some respect to the name of Calcio because Juventus Allegri, if he can get a result here without Mirretti and Pogba and Chiesa, he's a genius. We shall find out. We shall find out. I believe Juventus can take the most points out of any team in the second part of the season, in the second half. If you see Pogba in midfield, if you see Chiesa in the front line, Juventus are missing a lot, and Juventus had great chances to score this game. Juventus at full strength are superior than AC Milan, but right now, as it stands with the available players, AC Milan's a better team right now as it stands. But when you see the healthy Juventus in action with Pogba and Chiesa, this team is far superior than Milan and Inter and any team in the Campionato. This is the reality. The 100-year anniversary of Agnelli owning the club, Juventus will be back. Juventus will be back. There's no doubt about it. It's 1-0. There's another half left. My scoreline was 1-1. I think Juventus should have had a goal. We'll see if Juventus can score. We'll see if we can salvage a result. I don't understand the poll. I don't think people follow Italian football. Juventus are not that superior to AC Milan right now. This is why if Juventus get a result, I think it's a draw. This isn't some farmers league, folks. You will win. 47% say Juventus. 47%. 47%. I think Allegri will play for the draw. I genuinely believe it. If it's all set up for Juventus to lose, there's no Fabio Mirretti in addition to Pogba and Chiesa. Quadrado should have scored there. He should have scored. I do. Juventus didn't play a bad half at all. They did. They did not. They did not. They did not play a bad half at all. I feel they did not. They dominated possession. They had chances to score. Rabiot should have had done better after winning back possession and driving down to the Milan side of the pitch. He could have done better. He could have done better. There's no doubt about it. He could have done better. He could have done better. I'm surprised Dortmund and Munchen is a low scoring game right now. I would not have imagined that, that's for sure. Could be 1-1 or 2-1. I think Juventus need to score right here. I think they need the goal. I think the dinosaur is happy if he exits the half not losing the match. I think Allegri is happy if he plays for the draw. There's a Messias on AC Milan. His name is Messias from Brazil. You had me a little bit confused, a little bit there. Tomori, after the match, gets his former Chelsea, scores the goal. Leal hit one off the post. Chiesa, he missed. He missed. Salvage, he didn't get on top of the ball well when he shot for the goal. He did not. He did not. He did not. The fact is, you thought this will be superior than any way to Milan when it is all said and done in the 100-year anniversary of Agnelli owning the team. 2023, 2024. Agnelli owned the club since 2023. I think Napoli wins Scudetto this year. Doesn't matter if Milan win this game. Milan do need to win the game to keep pace with Napoli, but Napoli will win the Scudetto this year. I think the Serie A can't script it any better if they have 4 different winners in the past 4 years. You see, hey, we're not a Mickey Mouse league. It's never been a Mickey Mouse league. It's just been a competitive advantage problem. Juventus own the stadium. Milan and Inter don't take the revenue because they don't own the San Siro. There's been quite a bit of competitive disadvantages that we've seen in the league so far. That these teams need to own their stadiums to have their own revenue streams because they own and control the revenue from their new stadiums. Uh, that is what can make Serie A even greater than it is right now. We could see 4 different winners in the past 4 seasons if Napoli win the Scudetto. And they do all this without a new stadium too. They just find a way to buy solid young players like Raspadori and Simeone, the son of Diego Simeone, Giovanni Simeone. You gotta like some of the buys, in the transfer market, like Dybala. You want those got rid of Dybala. And Roma is in the Scudetto running right now after defeating Inter. That's what makes the league great. That's what makes it great. And Dybala, as injured as he is, I'm glad we took Quadrado off. He's a good servant to the club, but he needs to go. He needs to go. The Juventus need to score right here. Okay, Bayern just scored. They scored in the 33rd minute of the match. I did not release a Bayern video, but I did predict Bayern to win today, okay? I did predict Bayern to win. It's all good because Hoffenheim didn't win, and who else didn't win? Frankfurt didn't win, so Dortmund are okay even if they lose. They're still okay to make it to the Champions League. So Dortmund with 11 goals and 10 allowed. Even though I didn't release the video, This Bayern, we're gonna win that one. Struggling with the call there right now in the past few days. We need Vlahovic on the scoreline. Let's go, guys. Vlahovic. Vinola, Fide, get the point. Hopefully the game isn't rigged. Shot! Yeah! That was good chance right there. That was good chance right there. No! That's the right idea. Johnny, no! No! You don't cross your shoot for the goal. Juventus need to kill off the Scudetto from Milan today. Without Pogba, Mirretti, and Chiesa, you must destroy the Scudetto for Milan today. You need to kill off the Scudetto. They hate Juventus, and we don't like you too. And we need to destroy the Scudetto from Milan today. That's what the Raging Bull of Torino shall do. Come on, guys, let's go! 1-1 is my protection. Come on, guys. You should have scored already. You guys should have scored. You guys, Quadrado, should have scored. Damage should have scored. And I don't care if it's right before the half. They all hit it off the post. So, okay, expected goal total. If they get one goal there, if they get it off of a set piece, you need to show that you can create more chances to get that equalizer right there. This pod put by in the stands. Paul Pogba will play, but United is a better club. They're 6-3 without Paul Pogba. They act like Pogba is the problem for the club. The fact is, United are mediocre. They are average. They're a weak squad. They're a joke. There are bigger problems going on in United right now. Come on, Manuel. Manuel. Oh, you make a miss. Look at Daddy. No one was there to get the ball in the goal. Let's go, guys. Let's go. We need to go. I predict 1-1. We should have had a goal. I'm being objective. When Juventus play Mirretti and Pogba and Chiesa, this team is far superior than Milan. They may not be superior on the day, but we are superior than Milan. These are the facts. If you keep on living in the past in the 1990s, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Look where he did carry Juventus to 2 Champions League finals. And they missed the chances against Villarreal. It was not Allegri's fault they lost to Villarreal. It was the players. It was Morata, who's no longer with the club. He was missing chances left and right. There's not an Allegri problem there, losing to Villarreal. It was all Morata. And guess what? He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. You may not like the results right now, but you have to be patient with a rebuilding process. It's a project. It's a process. just like it's a process with my Arteta and Arsenal right now. You have to be patient right now. You have to see what you can do with Pogba and Chiesa back. This is the reality. Here we go, McKenny. Here we go. Push, 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 push. They're fouling you, those left and right. Referee, call the free kick. Let's go. Call the free kick. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, Jerome. Good ball. Oh, no. Not tight enough. Not tight enough. Right idea, but just not tight enough. Where is salvage there? At the scoreline. The only sure bet here is the under of 2.5 goals. Leao just shot it over the post. It's still 1-0. Allegri will make it very hard for me on the score. And they had the score at the very last minute there of the half. Allegri, we need to go. Allegri, let's go. No Mirretti-Pogba-Chiesa. You want to carry through. Milligan, Weber, let's go. And look at Turley in the lineup. Let's go. I think I'm Allegri in. I think he's going to work the magic this match. This is Quadrado's fault. We didn't score there. This was Quadrado's fault. Oh, God damn it. Oh, my God. This is awful. They're showing the same fan over there.
He's done it all by himself. It's Milan 2, Juventus nil.
Mirretti-Pogba, then Chiesa.
And the Spaniard makes his Sancio explode.
The hell is Chester doing there? He should get a lick off of that. Oh! Yellow card! Yellow card! Screw you, losers. You only won one Scudetto, and Napoli is winning the Scudetto, you faggot. Try to win 2 Scudetti in the row, you motherfucker. That's all I have to go say about you guys. I don't know why Mirretti wasn't starting at all. I don't know why Mirretti wasn't starting at It should have been completed the pass. This could be the greatest comeback ever in the 100th anniversary against Belgium Juventus. 2023, 2024. It's not the real Juventus, folks. This is not the real Juventus. Get rid of McKenny. He sucks. Not mentally fragile enough for this one. What was Bonucci doing there? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Allegri's fault. Quadrado missed there. Not his fault. This game will probably end 2-0. It probably will. Mirretti was not starting the game, so of course it did hurt Juve. Rapio, star midfielder. It was McCuffey Haifa, folks. Rapio still has to go. Still has to go. Milan are better right now, but Juventus can certainly be better when Mirretti and Pogba and Chiesa are starting all together. So I don't like this result, but oh well. Napoli are winning the Scudetto. Milan isn't winning the Scudetto this year. They're not winning the Scudetto this year. Napoli will. I did say Milan would win the Scudetto last year. Napoli will win the Scudetto this year. It's their loss, Milan and Inter. Yeah, the 100-year anniversary of Agnelli owning Juventus, definitely. There'll be some curve. It'll be some curveball, just like Seferin was all mad at you wait for Madrid at Real Madrid, but he was pictured sitting there with Fiorentino Perez in the Champions League final. Yeah, that's interesting. That really is interesting. That really is. A 7-year cycle, you say. 7-year cycle. This confirms that Juventus will shock the world because this result is not real. That Juventus should have more cutting edge with the passes. And this cycle confirms what I'm saying is true. The 100th anniversary of Agnelli owning Juventus. I did not predict Juventus to win the Scudetto this year. Napoli was a surprise out of nowhere, but they bought in new players and they're much big of a surprise. But Napoli are still winning the Scudetto, even though AC Milan are not winning the Scudetto this year. Even if they beat Juventus on the day, they're not winning the Scudetto. Napoli are winning the Scudetto. Napoli will. Napoli will defeat Inter. Spalletti used to manage Inter. Spalletti defeats Inter on May 21st to win the Scudetto for Napoli. So no Milan winning the Scudetto is all I care about. It's all good. It's all good. It really is. I trust Joseph and the cycles. I really do. Wonder what Joseph has to say about the Queen and Arsenal's prospects of winning a Premier League in the next few years. Because it could be a real possibility. It could be a possibility that Tottenham win the Premier League with Conte and then Arsenal win that right afterwards. It's very possible. It's very possible. That's why I'm keeping an eye out right now. The Queen's death, to me, means that England are in the final. You could be right, though. You could be right. You could be right. You could be. It just depends on what the Jesuits plan to script out. And in my view, I believe they want England in there and they want Germany on Argentina's side of the bracket. Eh, The match that we all have to look out for is Germany against Spain. That's the match. That's the match that's going to decide it all. Is Germany against Spain? Are they on Argentina's side of the bracket or are they not? It's going to come down to Germany, Spain. That's one of the biggest matches to look out for. Spain already defeating Portugal in the UEFA League of Nations. They're certainly building a narrative around that match. No! No! Bus! Do a bus! Bless the shot! Bust the shot! Bust the shot! Damn well keep it under 2.5 goals. Weston McKennie plays for the United States, folks. He should not be on this team. He should not be on this team at all. He should not be on this team. McKennie needs to go. He needs to go. He needs to go. Oh my God, I can't believe it's the end of the bottle. What's the concentration of this? 12.5%. Under 2.5 goals. Come on. There's about 20 minutes left. It's over. It's over. Mirretti didn't start the match. The only thing that I have betted on is the over-under. I believe the dinosaur will come through. He will salvage, then do not lose by 3 goals. Allegri, he will settle for losing by 2 goals and 2-0. Juventus are still hurting without the great Paul Pogba, without Mirretti-Chiesa. Enough to defeat Maccabi Haifa. Hopefully Pogba and Chiesa will be available for Benfica at Portugal. Grazie, Joseph. Grazie, Joseph. Thank you. A man and a myth and a legend. Only if Argentina win the World Cup. If Messias hits the free kick in the World Cup final, Mamma Mia. Oh my God. That'd be pretty amazing. That would be. That would be pretty amazing. I'll still go with Paris, but you might be on to something. I just think that with all these EFL Cups and FA Cup finals, City winning all these trophies at Wembley, that 2024 is the ideal year for Man City uh, to win the final at Wembley in 2024, where Pep last won the Champions League. So if City don't win the Champions League this year, it's confirmed they're winning it next year. Man City will win the Champions League next year. There's no doubt about it. There 20 minutes left in this game. I just hope the game ends in the under because the only bet I had on this game was not Juventus on the goal spread. It was the under. The Allegrasaurs keep it under 2 goals. So, no Mirretti starting for Juventus. He could have been the most influential player on the pitch today. Leao hit the ball off the post or whatever. You realize there's about 20 minutes left in this match. Pirlo, we lost 3-0 to a couple years ago, or a couple years ago. I think Allegri's going to be a coward and play for 2-0. Joseph knows a lot about Psycho Stephen. Should probably check him out. You can just directly message Joseph, comment on any of my 90 World Cup videos. I'm sure Joseph's going to reply to you, mate. I'm sure he will. He will be able to answer any questions you have for Joseph specifically. There's no doubt about it. All you have to do is comment to Joseph on any comments he's left on any of my 90 Argentina World Cup videos. He'll surely respond to you. I'm sure he will. He's got ideas that should be examined. He's got very plausible ideas. I just have to go with the Jesuit influence of the World Cup. I got to go with the St. George's Cross and the George Bergoglio birthday. So if this is a rejuvenation for England, they certainly needed it after Germany in the UEFA League of Nations. Bad passing. Allegri doesn't work on the passing. This is why I turn into Allegri out, but then I'm like, Pogba, Allegri, it was not his fault for Villarreal. The players missed the chances. It's a complicated matter with Massimiliano Allegri. He shouldn't be sitting Chiesa that deep back. He should not. He should allow Chiesa to roam forward to score goals because that's what Chiesa does. I feel like Juventus should have tried to be more patient with Andrea Pirlo. But you cannot repeat. You cannot repeat. You cannot repeat the cycle. You cannot repeat the mistakes. You cannot continue to fire the manager after 1 year. 43 matches unbeaten. Messiah the God. He the God. Messiah win. The Messiah rise again in the Middle East. Jesus Christ rise again in the Middle East. The Messiah rise again at the Middle East. It's all symbolic. I'm convinced that that is the case. And I believe we see it all play out that way. I believe it all play out that way. How do you like Liverpool against Arsenal this week? I mean, Liverpool are too banged up, whatever. It seems like Arsenal are going to win this week. I don't know. At the Emirates, it seems like Arsenal are going to win. Who knows if Liverpool shock the world before they face off against City next week if they need any rejuvenation. Juventus needed a goal to make this an exciting match. This has not been exciting. I agree. Pele's gonna die and Brazil will win 26. That's how I look at it. Maradona dies, Argentina win. Pele dies. His last game at the Giants Stadium at New Jersey. Some people think the final is going to be moved to Dallas, but I think it's still going to be at New York because New York is still a big place for soccer. It's still a big place for football. It still is a big place for football. I'm very surprised. Bayern Munich, it's only 1-0 in the 47th minute. These games usually produce more goals. Where's Salvage? I was hoping for 1-1 draw, but it's 2-0. Could have been 1-1 with Quadrado. I don't give a damn what people say. I think it's going to be scripted for Juventus to win the Scudetto next year in the 100-year anniversary of Agnelli owning the club. Every single expert's going to be predicting any other club to win the Scudetto next year. Maybe some will predict Juventus to win with Pogba returning and Chiesa returning. Joseph, I agree. I had Inter winning at the start of the year because I try to be objective, even though I hate Inter. Inter are being piss poor this year, so that's great. Napoli are winning the Scudetto this year. I believe Inter, I believe Juventus will win the 100-year anniversary of Agnelli owning the club. That'll certainly be a script. Just like there's a script that Radu had the Howard that allowed Inter to gift Milan the Scudetto last year. There's no doubt that Italian football is completely scripted. There's no doubt about it. Inter probably should have won the Scudetto last year, even though I hate Inter, but now it was scripted for AC Milan to win. And Messias is going to be the first. He's going to be the first. He's going to win Copa and win the World Cup right afterwards. Messiah is the first to do it because Messiah is the invincible. Messiah is the first, mate. He's the first. He's the first. He's the chosen one. Why are you taking moments off the match? What are you doing? Moise Kean in the match. You're deluded. How can you put Moise Kean in the match? Allegri, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? That's deluded. No, I bet under 2.5 goals. That's the only bet I had. Joseph, the guy can be so stubborn that sometimes he needs to stop being stubborn and go on a quick blitzkrieg counterattack like Jose Mourinho. It's too good to be true. Argentina defeat England in the final. The rejuvenation for England is the second half comeback against Germany. That tells me that it probably is scripted for England to make it to the final. If England face against Qatar in the round of 16, if England finished first in the group, if Qatar finished runner-up, then it's still rigged. Italia, after Rossi was involved in match fixing one in 1982, the same exact thing happened in 2006. So after match fixing scandals in 1982 and 2006, Italia won the World Cup. That's how you know they predict the winner. They choose the winner, I should say. They predict the winner. Right after Pope Benedict retired in 2013 or so, Germany won the World Cup because Benedict was a German pope. So the Jesuits do have an influence over the World Cup in the world of football. Francis Bergoglio's 86th birthday is the confirmation. What puts it on steroids is the fact that Bergoglio is George. He's Jorge. He's George. And if the St. George's flag is in the final, then the symbolism is exact. That Maradona does not want to say England win the final. That Maradona running from themselves. 10 more minutes, under 2.5 goals. Juventus fan, you can't go wrong with betting the under 2.5 with the Allegrosaurus, the dinosaur, the Allegrosaurus. Giuseppe Bognani, a Juventus supporter, can speak English, who is allowing the channel to spread, allowing the coverage of the club to spread to people like myself. I will be able to learn Italian if definitely if Argentina win World Cup. I'll be able to learn Italian. I'll be able to speak it. I'll be able to speak it to the people watching from Italia, that they'd be able to not translate, that they can be able to watch me speak Italian. That is the dream. That is the ambition. That is the ambition. That is the ambition. 82nd minute here, under 2.5 goals. It looks pretty promising. We'll see. I don't think it's Allegri's fault. I don't know if I'm on drugs or not. I think Allegri should be sacked, but I think we should see how Allegri does with Chiesa and Pogba before we reserve judgment on Allegri. That's how I feel about it. Then, Joseph, according to your comment, from the likes of it, I believe, from what it seems like, England are in the final. Either England or Argentina win. Well, that's a psyop, is that they're going to win for the Queen. It's a psyop for the World Cup. But it's a ritual sacrifice for England. It's a ritual sacrifice. Argentina can go 51 matches unbeaten. if Messias does decide to play for the Copa America 2024. He's already said that this is his last World Cup. I do believe Messias can play the Copa America 2024. Messias is not driven by ego. I did say that in a comment to another user. He's not driven for the ego, and he is not worried about the World Cup goal record because Messias is secure in his ability as the greatest player ever to play the game. Guys, I guarantee you, Messiah's going to deliver. Messiah's going to deliver. He's a goat. This guy is greatest ever. Bayern Munich scored again. So it's pretty predictable that Bayern are going to be on top of the table again, but I didn't release a video on Bayern. But Dortmund are pretty mediocre at that. You didn't need any numerology to predict Bayern to win this match today. I mean, Dortmund, without Haaland, this German league is rubbish. At least in Italia, they know how to make it a good league. Juventus 2020 Scudetto, Inter 2021, Milan 2022, 2023. We can see Napoli do it right after the World Cup. Right after they win the World Cup for the first time since Maradona, Napoli will win the Scudetto. I've already done the parlay futures with Napoli and the World Series and all that. Hey, Joseph, I like your points. I'm going to be looking after that. I respect you, mate. I believe that the biggest betting psyop ever is that people are going to bet for Messi and Ronaldo to make the final thinking that it's rigged. But if Ronaldo loses, that's going to make the international sports betting syndicate profit. That's how I look at it. If Ronaldo is in the semifinals and Messias in the semifinals, Messiah is going to win. But people are going to be betting Portugal thinking it's rigged for Ronaldo against Messi. But it's going to be rigged for England to lose to Argentina is how I look at it. And again, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Germany against Argentina. No one knows the script. The intuition is still left to be seen. I believe, though, Ronaldo sacrifices himself knowing the script that Messiah is going to win the World Cup, that he will not be in the World Cup final to lose to Messias, that Ronaldo's going to throw the semifinals away. But again, Ronaldo's not the best player of Portugal. Rafael Leao, the player you're watching right now on AC Milan, is the best player of Portugal. Rafael Leao can make dribbles. Ronaldo cannot. Ronaldo has to be the striker if I'm the Portugal manager. Rafael Leao is a player who can win duels, who can take on dribbles. Ronaldo must be relegated to the striker position. Jesus Christ and goal and champion is Samacha 43. The Messias will win. There's no question about it. Argentina, Italia's record is 35. It is 36 before the World Cup. Oh, you're right. It is 37. Joseph is right. Joseph is right. So 36, then 37 after Saudi Arabia, then entering Mexico, the same team that Maradona won the World Cup against in 1986, that they surpassed that record with the 38th match unbeaten. The Messias is the Messias. He's invincible. He cannot be defeated. He is Messiah because he is Messiah. He cannot be defeated. Arsenal's streak was 49. They lose to Man United Arsenal. That was a scripted end of the streak. That was a scripted end to the streak for Man United. My click is not working right now, but Man U is Jamacha 49. That was 49 matches. Then Arsenal lost to Manchester United. The schedule makers, they rigged it for Arsenal to have their streak end against Man United. And some say it's a questionable call against Rooney, but it's all rigged. It's all rigged. It's all scripted. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You can tell this little curly hair, this thick hair. Yes, absolutely. Unfortunately, this match is not ending 1-1 today. It's unfortunate. Messias Cucatini. Messiah Cucatini. He's Catalan. He's Italian, mate. Here we go. My dad's from New Jersey. His family came from northern Italy to America. He came from northern Italy. My grandfather liked polenta, this corn dish. The marinara, the tomato sauce, that's not a key feature of northern Italian cuisine. It's not. It isn't. Veal marsala, chicken marsala. I don't live in New Jersey, but I live in Arizona. But my point is, my dad is from New Jersey. He came to Arizona from New Jersey. You can never go wrong against the Allegrosaurs and Juventus not making the under. It's under 2.5 goals was my bet for this game. It's under 2.5 goals, and Moise Kean just shot the ball over the bar. My under 2.5 goals with the Allegrosaurus, the dinosaur Allegri. Yes, it is. It's 100 degrees in the summer, whatnot. It's pretty hot. Yes, it is. Uh, it was not good for Inter with Ronaldo. It's not good for Juventus with Ronaldo. Ronaldo's a curse for Serie A because Ronaldo got hurt for Inter, the real Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo. And then Ronaldo could not save the team for Juventus. So looking back at the Champions League and all that, I agree. Messiah is going to take over the GOAT debate because he's going to win Ballon d'Or right after the Champions League and the World Cup, right? I mean, that's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. Pardon the interruption, but my only bet for Juventus against Milan was the under 2.5 goals. I did not predict Juventus on the goal spread because I knew there was a good chance that the script writers of Serie A would have Milan 3 points behind Napoli. So if the match ends in under 2 goals because Allegri's a dinosaur, hopefully there is no extra time goals. I was not going to go bet on Juventus on the money line or bet on Juventus on the goal spread. I was going to go for the under because Juventus are still a superior side to Milan, but they're going to keep it kind of close. The Saudi Arabian Foundation, when was the Saudi Arabian Foundation? That is my question for you. When was the Saudi Arabian Foundation? Because I need to learn something new today, too. When was the Saudi Arabian Foundation? You're telling me that was the day that England lost to Italia? That all roads lead to Rome? That Southgate became manager of England on the day that the Jesuit order was founded. Gareth Southgate became manager on September 27th of 2016. That was the day that the Jesuit order was established. The 6th-year anniversary of him being the manager was 2022. There's no doubt the Jesuits are scripting the World Cup. Therefore, the Jesuits can say that, hey, the Catholic religion's the real religion. Even though That's kind of illegal. It's kind of illegal in Catholicism, but the Jesuits would prefer it to work out that way. It's hard to watch today. I'm not a glory hunter. I rooted for Juventus because Chiellini and Marchisio and Buffon were part of the Italian national team. It's just not easy. It's a rebuilding process. It's not easy to watch, but I acknowledge that Milan is better right now with the players that we have right now, but it is not unseen yet once Pogba and Chiesa return. So the under 2.5 will prevail. It is I we as much as it is hard to say, Ferguson was not. He needed time. Klopp needed time. Liverpool fans are ready to sack Klopp. They're ready to sack Ferguson. Man United, they needed a couple of seasons. So Arteta needed a couple of seasons too. Don't forget. So even though it looks pretty ugly right now, we have to see what Allegri can do with Pogba and Chiesa because it wasn't his fault Juventus lost to Villarreal. The players missed the chances in that second leg match. So even though I'm not the biggest fan of Allegri, I feel Juventus need to be a lightning quick counter-attacking team. I feel that you must allow Allegri time to show what he can do with Pogba and Chiesa on the pitch. I was pretty fickle during the past couple few weeks, but we cannot sack the manager after 1 year. That was our biggest mistake after Sari and Pirlo was we didn't allow them time. And so I will be fair and say we need to give Allegri the last half of the year and see what he can do with Pogba and Chiesa. Milan are the better team. My congratulations to Milan right now. It's not easy. It's a rebuilding process. The 100-year anniversary of the Scudetto Juventus shall prevail. I felt like we should have scored a goal there. A goal there before the end of the half could have easily been 1-1, but Milan, the better team right now. So, my congratulations. Thank you for watching the match. I'm not hurting because I didn't expect a Juventus win. I was hoping for a Juventus result. It's under 2.5 goals. That was my only bet. So it's all good. I need to see what we can do with Pogba and Chiesa in there. It sucks. It's not easy, but I don't root for the club for the glory hunting at all. The club because football represents. Alla fine, forza Juventus, fino alla fine, forza Juventus, forza Juventus, forza Juventus. We will defeat AC Milan next year, I guarantee you. They're just the better team on the day right now. What makes it better is that AC Milan are not Inter. They're not Inter. They're not the Chinese ownership. They're not the cheating Calciopoli cheats. They're not any of that. They're not a disgusting club, at least from what I look at it. And this hurts, but Napoli should defeat Cremonese. Juventus can steamroll through the competition once Pogba and Chiesa come back. Hopefully, that is the vision that Agnelli has for the club. Hopefully, that is. It's not easy. You have to allow time to work its course. You have to evaluate Allegri with Pogba and Chiesa back in action. Not easy for me to say this because they frustrate me when they do not go out and try to score the goal on the lightning quick counterattack, like I envision the club to do. But this is a process. And he lost the game against Sampdoria. He lost the game. The players missed the chances against Roma, so you didn't lose to Roma. They didn't. Milan won the Scudetto. Maybe it just boils down to world class players like Chiesa winning the Euro and Pogba winning the World Cup. I'm telling you, it's not easy. I am not a glory hunter. The results were upsetting me the past few weeks, but we cannot repeat the same mistakes of the past of sacking the manager after 1 year. I believe we must allow the process to continue. Quadrado should have scored. Salvage should have scored. I believe we need to be patient. See what we can do once the team is at full strength. Steve Maria is more available. He's an older player. He's not going to be available every match. Mirretti was not starting today. The under did work its course, folks. GOAT is Dimancia 43. Champion is Dimancia 43. Albella Celeste is Dimancia 43. I'm done. I wanted a draw today. Milan won. I won the under, but it's irrelevant. I wanted a result today. I need to end this morning right now. We just have to be patient. That is the reality. We lost 4-3 to France. We go 43 matches unbeaten to conclude the next World Cup. That's what makes it easy for me, mate. God bless. Here we go. Vamos Argentina. Here we go. We are all in this together.